Have you ever walked into your own house and instead of feeling calm, your chest tightened a little, like you were bracing for something? A mood, a shutdown, a reaction, a heaviness you didn't create, but somehow still felt responsible for? I can't tell you how many nights I whispered to myself, why can't I just feel at peace in my own home? I wasn't asking for perfection. I wasn't asking for quiet. I wasn't asking for miracles. I just wanted peace, a moment to breathe, a moment where I didn't have to scan the room before speaking, a moment where I didn't have to manage someone else's emotions on top of my own. If you've ever felt that, you're not crazy, you're not dramatic, and you're definitely not alone. And there's a real reason it's happening, a trauma-informed reason. And once you understand it, you can start getting your peace back. When you live with someone who has a trauma history, home isn't always where their nervous system rests. In fact, home is often where their guard comes up. That's when dysregulation shows up. That's when old patterns surface. That's when shutdowns, irritability, and emotional distance become the loudest. And it's not because of you, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because you are the closest person to the wound. You're the safest person they have. And that means their nervous system finally relaxes enough to let all the unhealed parts spill over. And here's what makes it even harder. When his nervous system is unsettled, your nervous system becomes unsettled too. Your body starts absorbing the emotional climate, even when you don't want to. So if you've been wondering, why does it feel tense in my own home? It's because you're living inside someone else's unhealed alarm system. That pressure you feel, it's real, it's valid, and it's not your fault. When the emotional environment is unpredictable, your body goes into quiet survival mode. Even if he's calm, you may still be bracing for what's next. This is why so many partners say, even when nothing's wrong, I can't relax. And that's not overthinking. That's your nervous system scanning for danger because it's learned to expect the unexpected. When you're walking on eggshells, when you're monitoring moods, when you're constantly adjusting yourself to avoid a reaction, your home doesn't feel like home. It feels like a place you have to manage. And peace is impossible when you're the emotional guard dog in your own home. Now, here's where the hope comes in. You may not be able to control his triggers or his past, but there is so much you can do to build more peace inside yourself and inside your home. Number one, I want you to focus on regulation, not perfection. Peace doesn't come from him never being triggered again, and that just isn't practical. Peace comes from you feeling grounded within yourself. Number two, shift from reacting to observing. And this is where the bear versus stump metaphor matters. When he's triggered, it looks like he's reacting to you, but internally, he's seeing a bear from his past. Your power is recognizing this isn't about me. This is dysregulation, not disconnection. That one shift can calm the entire atmosphere. Number three, create micro moments of calm for yourself. It doesn't have to be an entire weekend, a whole spa day. It's just pockets of peace. A deep breath, a step outside, 5 minutes alone, a quiet cup of coffee. These moments tell your body you're safe right now. Number four, you need to set boundaries that protect your peace. You're allowed to say, I'm going to finish this in the other room, or let's pause and come back when we're calmer. Boundaries don't create conflict. Dysregulation does. Boundaries help prevent it. Number five, build safety slowly and steadily. Tiny, predictable routines and soft communication do more for creating peace than any big, deep conversation ever will. So, let's answer the question head on. Yes, you can feel at peace in your own home again. Not because he suddenly stops having triggers, not because the trauma disappears, not because everything becomes perfect. You'll feel like peace again when you stop taking responsibility for every emotional moment happening under your roof. Peace returns when your nervous system no longer reacts to his nervous system. Peace grows when you stay grounded in truth instead of fear. Peace becomes possible when you stop walking on eggshells and start walking with clarity. You don't need a different home. You just need a different internal experience. And that is something that we can rebuild together. Here's what I want to leave you with today. Your home can be peaceful again, not because he stops reacting, but because you stop carrying responsibility for reactions you didn't cause. Peace is not something he gives. It's something you learn to create inside yourself with boundaries, with clarity, with regulation, and with trauma-informed understanding. You deserve a home that feels safe, steady, and peaceful. And you're not as far from that as you think. If this episode spoke to you, I want you to hit subscribe and check the links below for tools and support to help you feel grounded and safe in the place that matters most. You don't have to figure this out alone. I'm right here with you.